Very good morning, South Africa. Baie goeiemôre, South Africa, and Molweni Mzansi. I hope that you're very well, and thank you very much for the opportunity again today to meet with you, to see you, and to be invited into your home, your office, even your car, or hopefully not shopping. Again, very welcome to every single Wednesday at 9 o'clock in the morning. We have a set date, a promise made already from the beginning at the start of the UIM a couple of months ago, that it will be my responsibility as the president of the UIM to be online for 15 minutes or so every Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock. This is a commitment that I have stuck to, and no matter where we travel, it will always remain so humanly possible. Ek wil net vir elke persoon sê wat elke oggend 9 uur Woensdae by my aansluit, julle is meer as familie. When a certain person appears on TV and says he's calling a family meeting, I sometimes wonder if the person actually knows who is his family. Because when you have family, there's a major different kind of way that you speak to your family. And you are our family. Jy is my familie. Ek ken meeste van julle en daai wat ek nie ken nie, gaan ek leer ken. And to every person that every day comes on board, sits and listens to me, the messenger, only the messenger of this movement, the UIM, it is a great privilege. Ek wil net baie spesiale welkom heet aan ons lede. A very special welcome to our members now. As you know, 2 days ago, the UIM membership went live. And I am telling you that a miracle has occurred of this country, and it's not a miracle. What has happened in this country is that something has sparked hope. Something has turned in the souls of South Africans to say, don't fear. And the anger that built up in this country because of the lack of hope and the beginning of fear starting to subside. Because in us, the UIM, you see leadership. In us, the UIM, you see growth. And in us, the UIM, little words, more action. When we told you we will fight crime, we started the CRU unit. The CRU unit is growing. We started with 14 men and women, and now the anti-crime task force is up to 52 men and women, where we physically fight crime. And again this weekend, we'll be putting on bulletproofs and strapping on guns to defend you as the community. When we said we will do charity, we started last week by getting 1.5 tons of food to 10 soup kitchens in the Western Cape. Woord by daad. Want het help nie dat jy praat oor die toekoms nie. Jy moet iets oor die toekoms doen. UIM said that we will launch our membership platform. It will be a modern technological platform, and we did so. Yes, we've got a couple of teething problems. That's life. Our team under Warren Schultz and our team under Driekus looking after physically membership and our communications unabatedly works every day to take in your comments, to look at it, and to fix. Matters like you want a monthly donation button to be added, we are working on that at the moment. Matters of, are we technologically going to make it more friendly? Yes, we are. By adding a scan code, by adding a link, we will be posting that more than 3 to 4, 5 times a day to refresh. People, we have grown. First night after launch, 218 people. That's in 1 hour. Last night, we were standing on 519 people, and we hope to grow to 5,000 within the next 2-3 weeks. And this is important. Membership at uimsa.org will make us win. And then finally on the membership issue, thank you to everyone that donated. Again, I state this clear, and please everybody listen. If anybody asks or says that membership to the UIM costs money, you must immediately interject and say this is false. There is no charge for the first calendar year of you joining to be a member of the UIM, and that's our policy. Sê vir die mense, daar is nie 'n koste nie. Dit is verniet in die eerste kalenderjaar. That is the way that we show you our obligation of earning your trust. The option of money, and yes, we do need it, is to donate. And we are working on the monthly, quarterly donation because we need to raise 50 million rand to have an effective national local government election. You can physically see, if you remember, how we are growing, and we ask you to become that tsunami of freedom. And again, thank you to everybody that joined. I decided today that we will spend a couple of minutes on the speech that was given by the outgoing President Cyril Ramaphosa in 3 years, he's outgoing, from the incoming President, myself. And as you know, SONA is something that happens every year, and I, in my career, in and out of state, attended more than 4 SONAs. My first one was Nelson Mandela. I then attended one that was given by Thabo Mbeki. I then attended the next one by Jacob Zuma. And then I attended the one and the first one of Cyril Ramaphosa when he became president. Cyril is a good speaker and apparently only knows one poem, off by heart. And he repetitively speaks about this poem, about this woman that made this poem called "And We Rise." Blah, 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 blah. And then we rise. Well, I think currently this rise thing is like a pavlova in an oven. And when he opened it, it fell flat. There was no rise. You see, Mr. President, you speak of a song. You speak of this eloquent song that was sung by you, Masakela, Tuma Mina. I remember you were singing it so eloquently in your first presidential. You said, Tuma Mina, Tuma Mina. What does it mean? Tuma Mina means send me. That was your address to the nation. Send me. Well, we waited. We waited for people to be sent. We waited for people to be sent to fix potholes. We waited for people to be sent to fix Eskom. We waited for people to be sent to fix SAA, Denel, Portnet, Sanral, Transnet. And you know what we found, Mr. President? No one was sent. So I added a word to a beautiful song where we say Tuma Mina, which is send me, with a word at the end going P. P. So it's now Tuma Mina P. P means where. Yeah, where. Jy wil ons stuur waar, meneer die president. Tuma Mina P, ne? Where do you want to send us? Because you're sending no one. The only people you are sending is Becky, Stulki, Tafelki, Tsele, the Minister of Police. And where are you Tuma Minaing him? To the beaches. Ja, kyk, jy het hom nou so getuma Mina na alle strande toe, met helikopters, bakvissies, torpedo's, Land Rovers, en bloody jetskis, om kitesurfers te arresteer. Nou, ja. So, you tuma Mina the hell out of people surfing. Ja, groot tuma Mina, ne? But when we talk about sending people to go vaccinate, ne? You can't even eat an ice cream. Kyk hierso, dis wat jy doen. You tuma mina into your mouth, and daar kry jy hom. Because you don't send people to vaccinate us. And those that don't want vaccine, you don't even come to us and tell us, are you okay? You don't have this massive educational program to inform the South African citizens what you want to vaccinate them with. Wat trek jy hier in? Check. Jammer. No. You don't just walk up to us and tell us, vat so, ne? Jy's 'n muskiet. Jy druk nie goed aan my in nie. No, Mr. President. You are wrong. You're wrong. If you were a leader, you would spend money not on driving on beaches to catch surfers. You'd use the same money on a SABC educational program to tell the masses why vaccine is correct and why not. So you failed. In your total State of the Nation, nothing. Nothing about vaccines. You did not even mention by when will we have vaccines for everyone. Now you said no one will be forced to take it. Thank you. We weren't going to take it in any case against our will. We would take you to court. The UIM would go to the Supreme Court. So thank you for not forcing us. But it doesn't help us. We are 60 million people and you brought in 1.8 million vaccines, which expired like a Woolworths yogurt. And you actually admitted it. Failure. SOE. Failure. You took South African Airways and you didn't mention it once in your speech, Mr. President. But you gave them 10 billion rand. That's correct, South Africa. The South African Treasury and Department of Finance issued a check of 10 billion rand to SAA. Now let's put that quickly in context. And I'm not going to labor on this because another one failed. SOEs. SAA is under business administration. It is basically bankrupt and liquidated. And you still take taxpayers' money, 10 billion, billion, and you gave it to a technically bankrupt company. Yo. Why? Mr. President, hear us. Listen to us. South Africa is full of SAA. Sell it. Sell it, get rid of it, or go to Qatar, go to Emirates, and go do a partnership. But now I'm telling you, I am making a governmental plea that the day that I go and become the president of this republic, and I say, so help me God, die volgende dag, weg is SAA. It's an obligation. I'm selling it. So enjoy your last few couple of days. And the reason why you're not selling SAA is not because it's not making profit. You employed 16,000 people to give them jobs. That's the problem. The aeroplanes are making money, but you've got 3 times more the staff complement that you need. Kom ons praat gou reguit. Move. Eskom. I have now redopted Eskom's name, officially, South Africa, hashtag ek gaan. Nie ek kom nie. So Eskom, kom nie meer nie. Dis es gaan. Okay, so from now on, I am not calling them Eskom, want niks kom nie. Okay, krag kom nie, ligte kom nie, water kom nie, dis af, né? So Eskom raak es gaan. I want you to hashtag it. Someone, hashtag for me. Hashtag es gaan. Because when I become president, so help me God, the next day, weg is julle. I am privatizing Eskom. And we will be focusing on solar, wind-generated power, water hydro plants, And we will be buying power on a PPA, a power purchase agreement, at a good price from the citizens of this country. And if you generate power, we'll give you a tax deduction and a grant, so that we can become self-sustainable and we can put the power and the lights back on. Cyril, Tumamina P. This is progress. And if you on a farm want to put up a wind farm, the government of South Africa will give you the grant and a tax break. And if you make access power, we as Eskom are going to buy it from you into the grid. Not just a pretty face, but an economist as well. Daar's hy. Denel. Oh, dit kyk jy. Denel, one of the most prolific weapons manufacturers and weapons design entities in the world for the past 45 years. And you took it from there to zero. There were people that worked at Denel that are unbelievable, and you stuffed it up, Cyril. Well, we need to take it back when we govern. When the UIM governs, we'll show you what technology is. I have addressed vaccine and the lack of it, and the lack of education. I have addressed Corona and COVID. Mr. President, what did you say about hotspots? What did you say about your attack on COVID? So you declare certain areas hotspots, and then what? Well, they're hotspots now. What happened? You see, Mr. President, you created a hotspot like a hotspot for Wi-Fi. So you ran around and told everybody, here's a hotspot Wi-Fi access, and you didn't give us the password, frikkie. There's no password. So we're walking around going, do you have the password? Do you have the password? So you make Corona hotspots and you lock us down, and then you tell us it's a hotspot. And what do? You go to the beaches. Hey, you said nothing. Mr. President, corruption. Nothing. You said we will fight corruption. Well, how will we fight it? We will not be able to declare that we have done anything on corruption until cabinet ministers who were actually identified in the Zondo Commission go to jail. 'n vis vrot van die kop af. A fish rots, not from the tail, but the head. I challenge you, Honorable. Yeah, you are still honorable. President Ramaphosa, to immediately instruct the NPA to gather the names that were given to you in the Zondo Commission of ex-cabinet ministers and ANC NEC members and arrest them. Arrest them until you cannot lock up a leader for corruption. Then we, the people, also cannot be locked up. This is setting a precedent, pardon the pun. Municipalities are in ruin. 80% of the municipalities in the last stat are in ruin, are in dysfunction, and did not pass the Auditor General's Clean Audit Report. Scandal. Absolute shocking. That I'm getting emails of places that has had no water for 3 days. No electricity, but that's normal. We have become a society in this country that has accepted lower standards. We have become a country that allows sidewalks to grow that it looks like the Serengeti. That rubbish is not collected on time, if at all. That our drinking water is becoming sewage, and that our natural resources are being plundered and killed. Municipalities are the heart and soul of the normal person. The UIM will treat municipalities as our root. And it is therefore that we said, Mr. Ramaphosa, that when the UIM governs, we will take our services back to the people. We will pay taxes, but for a change we'll get rates of return. We are just normal people. But the normal people are hurtful in this country, and the UIM is coming. Municipalities, I am telling you, from the day that we govern in 5 years, you will see a change like you have never seen, because it's the normal construction man, the normal plumber, and the normal electrician that's coming back to help us. It's already started. Documents. Why are you keeping firearm licenses away? See, Mr. President, you mentioned nothing about the 2 to 3 year delay of firearm licenses. It is my legal, constitutional right in this country to bear arms. We might not have the 5th or the 6th or the 5th or the 3rd Amendment in America that says citizens may bear arms, but in this country the law says that if I apply, license, and do everything according to the law, you must give me my gun license. There are people that are running around blatantly in this country with illegal guns, and they are shooting people that are currently waiting for legal guns to defend themselves. Now, I'm very clear. The UIM fully and totally supports the carrying of licensed firearms in this country. And if you don't like it, Mr. President, then tumamina the law. Until then, we will bring up probably a class action against you for not delivering gun licenses on time. We will take that stance as of next week. Maar wapens, gelisensieerd, prosedures, julle moet julle gatte in rad kry, want ons is besig om dood te gaan na buite en ons verdedig onsself met besemstokke. This is irresponsible, Mr. President. I am not even going to talk about passports, IDs, or residence. I noticed, and I'm summarizing, there was nearly zero said about your so-called agricultural plan. You mentioned a plan. Mr. President, the ANC, the EFF, and now, the DA, kyk die DA, ne, is daar. Die daar. Die DA is daar. Ne? But is omtrent al wat hulle is daar. Not one of you has explained to us what you're going to do about the drought. Not one of you told us what you are doing for the farmers. Not one of you told what will you do to support Tanny Granger, now an executive member of UIM. Not one of you are going to tell us what Yaki must do, what Burre, that drives every day, Burre, has given his life to sort out farmers in drought. Why must civilians in this country help the farmers in drought? Dis 'n godskreiende skande that we must get trucks together to feed our farmers that are broken. You were silent, Mr. President, and funny enough, you apparently own a couple. Maybe what you should do, Cyril, is go sell that buffalo you bought for 32 million. Take that cash and go help the other farmers because they need help. What is your policy on agriculture? You have none, and that you have, tumaminat. It failed. Borders of this country are being pulverized. There are no more borders. We are being attacked on the borders by people not even going through Bite Bridge, but swimming through the river. But then you get a foreigner that comes here, that has money, that just wants to stay and retire, and that person must go through 6 months of hell just to get residence. This is nonsensical. It's another tumamina. But in the meantime, swem die mense op die rigte van krokodille. En hulle loop net deur. This is ridiculous. So what is the UIM stance? Shut the borders down. Put the defense force around and bring control back to our nation. I'm clear. We are not asking to let people from Mozambique, Angola, Zimbabwe, Namibia not through. We are your brothers and sisters. Maar magtig, ons moet nou begin beheer toepas. And that's what the UIM will do. So help me God. Ons gaan die nag patrolleer. Crime. Out of control. The morale of the police at the lowest ever. And I would like to now ask, Mr. President, we need an update of the police uniforms because some of them need plukkies, suntan oil, and beach shorts. Because you can't apparently tumamina people on the beach with boots. So if you're coming to arrest us for being on the beach or surfing, get a surfboard, man. A yellow one with blue lines and maybe a blue light that goes woo-woo. Cease. Local government elections, Mr. President, we are coming. Ons kom, hoor. UIM will be taking on 7 metros. Nou hoor my lied. Hoor die magtige dreuning. I don't care if in Cape Town, PE, Durban, Bloemfontein, Ekurhuleni, Johannesburg and Pretoria, Tshwane. I don't care as the president of the UIM if I've got 1 councillor in there. 1. I don't care. But that 1 councillor that will be sitting in a municipality will bring down thunder. He will scream the loudest. He will object the loudest and he'll get intelligence, not IQ, inligting from me and our executive, so that that person can stand up and act as the mayor, even if he or she isn't. Where my lead, UIM is coming. So to every city councillor currently, change your curtains. We don't like it. And by the way, get another job, because soon you won't have one. Second last point, very important, education. Mr. President, what did you mention in your State of the Nation about education? Oh yeah, I forgot. This is what you mentioned. Blah, 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 blah. Education. Yeah, there's no education. Our people are not educated. Why? You stole the money. You stole the money, you people. No, I'm not saying the president stole the money. I'm saying under your watch, they stole the money. You should be fired. The problem is, Mr. President, I don't want you to be fired. No, I'm serious. I don't want Cyril to be fired. Because the freak show that will replace you is Didi Mabuza. Now, for many of you, that's a name you don't know. Didi Mabuza. He's the vice president in absence of this country. Yeah? Like Casper would say, yeah, yeah, yeah. He is the vice president, and constitutionally, if Cyril is removed, he'll become president. And if it's not him, Ace Magashule. Yeah. This is the options. I'm sorry. There's only one alternative in this country, and that is the UIM. Vryheidsfront plus minus. COPE, that's disintegrating. IFP, that will never come again. Anti-PAT. Hello, Anti-PAT. Anti-PAT went from the PIC, which means the most ultra-left. Then she formed the ID, because she didn't have one. Then she formed the Good Party because it was probably a good day in Mitchell's Plain. And then she joined the DA. And from the DA, she's now a cabinet minister with the ANC. Patricia, can I ask you a question? What happened about the weapons scandal? Remember the one that you went to Parliament 8 times a day and screamed and said, ooh, let geld geskeer, ooh. Why are you quiet now? Because the weapons scandal didn't go away. Is it because you're currently sitting in the same cabinet that you accused 8 years of stealing it? I'll leave you with that thought. Finally, infrastructure. Infrastructuur. There's none. Our potholes are getting bigger. That's why you're buying bigger Ford Rangers. We are not fixing potholes. We're buying bigger 4x4s. We are not fixing our roads. And even if we do, it's too late. At least there's a small attempt, but have you ever driven between Bloemfontein and Bloemhof? You can't. Have you ever gone to the Hartbeespoort Dam? Have you ever walked through an informal settlement? Have you ever smelt how it smells among shacks? Have you ever seen an area where there is white poverty? Because we thought it's only black people, colored people that are poor. I'm visiting one on Friday, a white informal settlement. I make it very clear that poverty has no color, that hardship falls upon all races, and that the united independent movement is here for all the people. It matters not your race, it matters not your religion. What matters is your soul. The UIM is committed, my family and my South Africans, to build a new future. We are the only option. We are the people, myself, Tanny, Manny, Yaki, Duan, Charlotte, Warren, Sydney, Trikus, Boland, Jacques, Johan Rousseau, Jolan Stanner, Cindy. We are normal people. We work every day, but we've decided also to work for you. I don't want to say this, but I'm going to try it. Because when I say it, you'll actually believe it. My fellow South Africans, it is really time for a new day. A new day to rise in this country. When a country has hope lost, fear amongst each other, and anger, when that country is at the lowest on its knees, it is only then, South Africa, that we can rise. The UIM must rise. Please join us. We might not be your history and Neil de Beer might not be your leader of choice. But I have stood up. I am available. As long as you want me, I will stand as a leader in no matter format. I have said I would like to be president of this country, not because of title, but because of leadership, and I believe we can. Let us unite, let us join the membership drive, and let's show the world we are an army of peace. We're speaking to so many, from the Boere Legioen to MK cadres that are willing to say, we will join. That's the ultra left and right. I can do that. I was in both. Join me. Put your history behind you and let's work for a better idea. A better South Africa. A rainbow nation that truly shines again. May God bless you. May God bless the Republic of South Africa. Mag die Here julle seën en mag die Here se Godshand skyn oor die Republiek van Suid-Afrika. SA first and God always first. Have a good day. Watch out for that video on Thursday during the late afternoon and evening, where we will have a special address for our Women's League. Ons vroue liga, die rots van ons mense. Have a good day, and thank you for allowing me in on our real update of the state of the nation. God bless.